GlowFlow, a quiet place for your thoughts. There's a thought most people never question. It sounds harmless, even motivating. I just need to get through this, and then I'll finally feel okay. So you move from one goal to the next, one milestone to another. But notice something strange. The okay part never actually arrives. You finish the thing you thought would change everything, and for a moment, it feels like it worked. Then almost immediately, your mind moves the finish line again, and you're back where you started. Still chasing, still waiting, still not enough. And the question isn't why you can't reach your goals. It's why reaching them never seems to change how you feel. But somewhere along the way, something strange happens. The goal quietly takes over everything. Without even noticing it, you start living slightly ahead of your own life. Your body is here, but your mind is already next week, next month, next milestone. And when I'll be happy later becomes your default setting, even good moments can't fully land. Someone says, "Good job, you did well." And for a second, it feels nice. But almost immediately, your mind pulls away. It's not that impressive. Others are doing better anyway. And just like that, you close the door on your own moment of joy. Not long ago, I was cleaning my place and found an old journal. The first pages were filled with goals I had written years ago. Get this job, earn this much per month, finish this project, and finally feel at peace. And strangely, I had achieved almost all of them. The version of me back then would have looked at my life now and thought, "You made it. You must be happy." For a moment, it actually felt like that. Relief, pride, a rare silence in my mind. Like, finally I can breathe. Okay, I'm good now. But it didn't last. Because even in that moment, I was already building a new list. New goals, new pressure, new ways I wasn't enough yet again. That's when I realized something uncomfortable. I had been living my whole life like someone obsessed with opening the wrapping paper, but never actually enjoying the gift. When you're a kid, unwrapping a present feels like magic. That moment right before you see what's inside, the anticipation, the excitement, it almost feels more powerful than the gift itself. But then you finally open it, and strangely, the feeling drops faster than you expect. What was once everything you wanted quickly becomes normal, and before long, it gets placed somewhere in your room, forgotten, while your attention moves on to the next thing you want. Life works in a similar way. We spend so much time chasing that wrapping paper moment of achievement, the build-up, the anticipation, the becoming. But once we actually get there, we don't really know how to stay. We don't know how to live inside what we've already reached. So instead of being with it, our mind quietly moves ahead. And every time we arrive somewhere we once wanted, there's this familiar question that follows. Okay, what's next? So why does this keep happening? Because dopamine isn't really the chemical of satisfaction. It's the chemical of pursuit. It spikes when we're chasing something, not when we actually get it. So when we arrive, the brain doesn't feel done. It feels empty. And instead of sitting with that emptiness, it immediately searches for the next target. Okay, what now? But maybe the real issue was never the goals. The problem isn't what you want. It's the belief that your current life is just a waiting room for the real life that starts later. Like everything right now is just practice. We tell ourselves, once this is over, then my real life begins. But what if that practice life is actually the only life we ever get? And maybe the most overlooked truth is this: you were never lacking effort. You were trained to measure your worth only by achievement. And when that becomes your system, life turns into an endless waiting room. No matter how far you go, you're always waiting for the next confirmation that you're okay. Maybe those goals were never meant to be saviors. Maybe they were just signposts, not permission slips for happiness. Because if happiness only exists after achievement, then life becomes something you can never actually enter, always arriving, never living. And if you've spent your whole life pushing yourself this far, maybe what you need isn't more pressure. Maybe it's learning how to trust what you already have in your hands, even if it doesn't feel perfect, even if it doesn't feel complete. Maybe happiness isn't waiting for you at the next milestone. Maybe it's been here the whole time, quietly waiting for you to stop postponing it. Not in some perfect future version of your life, but right here, inside the imperfect, unfinished, ordinary moments you keep overlooking. So maybe instead of always asking, what's next? You can slowly start asking, what's already here that I've been ignoring? Because maybe life isn't waiting to begin. Maybe it already has. And maybe the life you've been waiting for is the one you're living right now.